Hello everyone, it's me, DillysSims. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Speed Build Sunday, the day of the week where I build whatever I want because I can. So, you clicked on the video, you know exactly what I'm building. So I decided to build a cabin, which, I took it upon myself to rebuild every single lot in The Sims. So cabins were bound to happen. And I found this super cute little cottage. It's not just a cottage, it's an A-frame cottage. When I was looking for like material on Google and like reference photos, because Google is the best place to find floor plans or different types of houses that you would not see normally in your area, or just like really cool house designs and very simple house designs too, because I've built a myriad of very simple classic suburban houses that you would see in your very boring cul-de-sac. So just kidding. One day I really hope I get to live in a cul-de-sac. One can dream. Because a mansion sounds like fun, but realistically, I can see myself living in a suburban neighborhood. So let me talk about the house the cabin, just for a little bit. Let me tell you, the roof was a pain in the butt. Figuring out the roof was the worst part, for sure. I spent so much time on the roof alone. I really wish I could tell you what I was watching, because I built this several weeks ago. Like maybe even last month, I don't remember, because I went on this huge binge building craze where I have maybe 4 or 5 houses just piled up in a reservoir waiting to be made into YouTube videos. And that's okay. It de-stresses me. It's fine. It's good. And during this time in my life where I'm forced to stay at home, it's not that bad. Like, building houses, it's not that bad. It really beats talking to your family. I'm just kidding. I love my family. I had someone ask me, again, I was going to say a couple of weeks or maybe a month ago, I don't know, because being stuck in quarantine, I have no idea how much time, I can't even speak. I don't know how much time has passed by while I've been in quarantine. If I'm being 100% honest, I never know what day it is. I rarely know what day of the week it is, and every single day is like purgatory or Groundhog's Day. It's the same every single day. Thankfully, thank God. I know I say this every episode, every speed build. I know I say this thing, and I talk about the quarantine, but, I talk about what's going on in my life, and the quarantine is going on in my life right now. So, I'm going to do my very best not to talk about the quarantine, but I always preach that every speed build, and then I don't follow through. Sorry. Oh. Ooh. I forgot what I was going to say. I do have some stories to tell you about. I have like 2 stories that I have written down because I started writing down story ideas to get rid of some old scrapbook paper, because my mother has instilled in me, how do I put this? The desire, I guess, to throw nothing away. So I have just sheets and sheets and sheets and sheets and sheets and sheets of like composition notebook paper. I have, no joke, I'm looking right now at a spiral bound notebook with 4 sheets of paper in it. So I have just a myriad of paper from notebooks that I've thrown away the notebook and just kept the paper. So I'm trying really hard to get rid of the paper. I guess that's a new New Year's resolution, is to try to get rid of as much paper as possible. I know that doesn't sound environmentally friendly, but it would actually be less environmentally friendly if I just used half the composition notebook or half the spiral bound notebook and threw the rest away. So that's another way to think about it. Anyways, so I did write down a few things to talk about. Oh, okay. So, as some of you may or may not know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may know what I do. I work in retail. I work for a multi-billion-dollar corporation that happens to have a visitor center, like a place, because it's literally a factory that I work for, but there's a visitor center there, so you can like go in with your family and like sample some of our products and make ice cream. And I feel like just saying that alone, I have narrowed it down to like 2 places that I could possibly work. And during that, because of everything that's going on, my job has changed a lot, and my company has prided itself on not laying off anybody. Like, every single person has their job at the company that I work for. And thank God, because if I didn't have my job, I don't know what I would do. I would literally go crazy. I love my family. Like, I love my family so much. But I realized lately that I've been getting a lot more headaches than normal. And actually, I just realized I never finished the story. I'm so sorry. I got sidetracked. A couple of weeks ago, somebody asked me, would you much rather be stuck at home with your family? Or excuse me, let me rephrase that. Would you much rather be quarantined with your family or be quarantined alone without your family? Like in your own apartment or house? And if I'm being fully honest, I would much rather be quarantined with my family, because every single day in my house, it's like living in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians or The Real Housewives of Name a City. We fit the bill. And even though we fight a lot and there's a lot of drama, we love each other at the end of the day, and I love them, and they keep me entertained. And if I was stuck at home all day alone, I would probably just crank out a bunch of YouTube videos, and I would kick up my vlog channel again. For sure, I would definitely be on top of homework more. Wow, I just made a whole bunch of good points as to why I would be good alone. Let's change the topic. Now I'm going to go back to my job. So my job prides itself on not laying off anybody in this time of crisis, which is perfect and good and amazing, and I'm so thankful for my job. But that means they took the employees that don't really matter, like me, and they gave us some extra jobs. So I found out a few days ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, again, I don't understand time anymore, and I found out through another source that the plant got to pick employees and say, I want this employee to work for this department. That's all fine and good, but then I found out that I was not picked for any department. All the departments have deemed me unworthy of working with them. And so, what am I doing? Now, I have been selected, and I low-key really love this job, and thank you, God, for, like, making me undesirable to the rest of the factory. But now I can't say every single day, 5 days a week, I work for 6 to 8 hours, and I stand outside of the gates, and before an employee comes in and clocks into work, I take their temperature to see if they have a fever or if they're sick. If they're sick, I have to send them home, and thankfully we have not had to send anybody home. Everybody's been clear. So that's what I've been doing. And let me tell you, I love it. Like, I love it so much. I'm so happy that I, again, have been deemed undesirable. It's funny, like, you would think, like, imagine you were told that nobody wants you, basically. You would think that would kind of hurt your feelings, but I am so thankful because I've heard through the grapevine, like, what other people have had to do in the factory, and that sounds like a lot of menial labor, and I am so happy that I don't have to do that. And I've heard that, like, I'm not gonna say that they've been bullied, but I've heard that some of my coworkers have been bullied by some of the plant workers, or factory workers. And again, I am so happy that that has not happened to me at all. Like, everybody that I've worked with is so cool, and they have some people from the factory, excuse me, I know how to say words in English properly. They have some people from the factory working and taking temperatures too. So, and those people are literally so cool. I've had like long 8-hour conversations with them. And normally I find that I can't have, let me rephrase that. I normally find that it's hard for me to have a conversation with like a 40, 50-year-old white man because we have nothing in common. Because after you get past the whole, so what are you going to school for? Teaching. Oh, cool. What do you want to teach? First grade. Oh, that's awesome. So-and-so in my family's a teacher. Oh, cool. Where? At this district. Wow. Like, the conversation kind of like fizzles away, and that's like the end of it. But I've been able to hold up conversations with quite a few of the factory workers, and it's been like, so what movies do you like? What are you currently watching on Netflix? Tiger King? Oh my god, Tiger King's so crazy. Can you believe X, Y, and Z happen? And, like, guys, Tiger King is crazy. If you're looking for a ridiculous TV show to watch, that's a TV show to watch. It's interesting. I'm just gonna lightly talk about Tiger King for a minute. Not even talk about Tiger King. I told my father, you should watch Tiger King. It's crazy. And he is literally the only person on this planet that I have met so far who has looked me directly in the eyes and said, I think Tiger King is boring. Like, what? What? I don't understand. Personally, I don't like TV shows, and I really don't like the way this is gonna sound. I don't like TV shows, or excuse me, let me rephrase this. I tend to watch and prefer TV shows where people are of a higher socioeconomic status. So like Gossip Girl, Dynasty, you know, TV shows where people are just spending money like it's going out of style. Those are my TV shows that I really, really like. And so it's funny to think that I would have enjoyed Tiger King to the extent that I have, because it's just not my cup of tea. But yeah, I have, and it was really, really good. I 10 out of 10 do recommend it. I don't know where I was going with this anymore, but I am getting close to the end of the video, guys, so let me know what you think of this build. Let me know if there's any builds you want to see. My email is also in the description box below, so you can email me any house you want to see, and I will build it, basically. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, do all those fun YouTube things, and I'll catch all of you guys next time. Bye, everybody.